What is up, everybody? Hello, gamers. Welcome back to another episode of the Gaming Roundtable, brought to you by Unpaid Gamers. Check out Post-Human Guys Leisure Play, a Spider-Man PS5, Miles Morales, and some podcasts that he's doing coming up. And the man, the myth, the Apex legend, Banloss, coming at you. How you all doing tonight? I have done 2 state of plays for Marvel Avengers, but now we're far past that. You know what that means, folks? Do you know what that means here on the People's Machine? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means Marvel's Avengers. What the fuck? That's right, Marvel Avengers WTF. Another episode of WTF coming your way. And oh my god, I just really am so sad to even have to do this video. Today or yesterday, they experienced only on the PC, they were saying that they lost 97% of the player base, or less than 700 people or something like that. They also figured out that on the consoles, right around 7,000, 8,000 people are still playing. It's really not that much. There have been some spikes here and there, new players, but other than that, Marvel Avengers, what the fuck, man? Come on. Crystal Dynamics, you know, on one of my videos, I discussed how Crystal Dynamics needed to give us, make sure you had heroes in the pipeline ready to go. Give us some heroes, you know, every couple weeks or something like that. And, you know, Square Enix reported lost $64 million lost on this game. And, I'm just sad because this game, they went the live service route. A lot of people are unhappy about that. You know, you think that Crystal Dynamics, who's been around for many years, would have done their fucking homework. You know, EA did that shit with, you know, Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and look how that fucking turned out. Loot boxes, microtransactions, huge arbitrary grinds, tons and stuff to, like, you know, 40,000 hours of grinding to get Vader unlocked. And then 2 years later, after they finally said fuck it and changed everything, the game's actually really good and brought most of its player base back. This is sad because, like Fallout 76 and like Anthem before it, they just did not fucking learn their fucking lesson at the failures. And even though Star Wars Battlefront 2 is better, they didn't actually recoup the costs of the game. And the sad thing is, what makes me so sad about this, people, what makes me unhappy about this is the fact that, you know, I love superheroes, love some Marvel, Thor, my favorite character all time, you know, Iron Man, Captain America, you know, just great characters. I even really like Kamala Khan, you know, now. This game brought me over to really like, you know, the Miss Marvel character, you know. Excited about the leaks, you know, Black Panther and, Spider-Man and, we're getting a Captain Marvel and Moon Knight and a bunch of other... And you know what? They have actually now stated that the PS5 version of Marvel's Avengers is now on hold. So I don't even know when that's coming out. You know, glad I don't own that system, because if I wanted to play Avengers, I'm fucked, people. And they slapped us around the face, you know, like, okay, here you go, here's some more of this microtransactions and live service stuff. You know, why? You had every opportunity while you're making this game to look at the live service games that are out there, which all have failed, pretty much. And you'd think you wouldn't have done the same thing. Now, was this pressure from Square Enix? Does Square Enix want them to be like, hey, make sure you do this Battle Pass stuff and you got to grind? I mean, or was that a decision made by Crystal Dynamics? And as it was pointed out and proven, as I said before it ever came out, that it was like on Destiny, it was Bungie making those decisions, not Activision. And it's not like Square is sitting around, you know, saying, we're hanging out at the Crystal Dynamics headquarters and saying, hey, do this, do that. That's not what's happening. I guarantee you this 100% Crystal Dynamics. And, you know, you get these challenge cards, you know, and you earn this stuff. It's like a battle pass, you know, but the rewards are so minuscule. And you're just grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. You do these challenges, and you don't get enough rewards. And then of course they drop the price of cosmetics in the store, but not enough, not enough. And not to have any heroes in the pipeline. And I said this before, people. Not one, but two fucking Hawkeyes. A female Hawkeye from the Young Avengers, and a regular Hawkeye, Clint Barton. Why? Okay? Doesn't matter if they have different skills. They're both fucking archers. Same fucking character, essentially. And I just don't understand. I don't get why they did that. The grind in this game is still, like, insane. It doesn't matter if they're more rewards. Now the 50 level high thing that takes 2 hours. And of course, they fixed a lot of the crashing and stuff. And even if it doesn't crash, now you're guaranteed two really awesome, epic things, loot that go with your character. And I don't understand why they didn't do the Injustice 2 thing, where you could have that game had a really sensible loot system with the mother boxes, and you got really cool masks and different stuff, and it aesthetically kept the Injustice characters, Batman, Superman, Wonder Man, looking like how you recognize them. It looks like them. They should have done that loot system just like that. They should have looked at that game. They didn't want to change. We don't want to change the look of the heroes. No, you wanted to sell us the fucking look of the heroes as microtransactions, and screw you. Now, I do like the fact you can run in these areas now. I mean, that's a nice little update. That should have just been in the game. Same thing. Stuff they're adding to fix should have just been in the fucking game to begin with. And what the fuck? Crystal Dynamics, you fucking screwed the pooch on this one. Right? You had every opportunity, and you blew all of it. And now with no player base, right? That means nobody's buying your fucking transactions, which is where your money's at. So where are you getting the money to create the content, paying your hourly employees, your $20, $30 an hour these programmers get? Where are you going to get the money from now? You're not, unless Square decides to say, oh, it's cool, thanks for losing us $64 million, or however, it's around that mark. Thanks for doing that for us. Here's some more money. Do you really think? I guarantee you, I'm not saying this to be 100%, as a bet, but what I am saying is, we will be lucky if we see Spider-Man in March in this game. We will be lucky to see Black Panther a couple months later. And who wants to wait that long? Other games are coming out that we want to play. Cyberpunk's right around the corner. Are you kidding me? Do you think anybody's going to come back to this? And the shit of it is, I like this game. I don't like the arbitrary grind. I don't like the microtransactions. I don't like the fact that things cost too much, but I love the game. The combat's fun. They keep improving that. Thor was powerful. You feel powerful playing these characters. The story was excellent. But, oh God, they just fucked it all up. We're not going to see this content. And they keep saying this is on hold, that's on hold now, this is on hold. You didn't have any heroes even in the pipeline ready to be played as. We will probably definitely see Hawkeye. But he's a fucking damn Avenger. Should have been in the game in the first fucking place. Right? You should have had 10 guys ready to go. Or have them all ready to go and just slowly unlock them. My fiance pointed this out. She doesn't even play the damn game, and she knows the game better than fucking Crystal Dynamics. She sees me playing it, was excited for it. And she's like, they should have done it this way, and they should have done where this hero, you didn't unlock them, and you don't give it all 6 characters at once, and you go through the story. It took me forever to unlock Thor, and when I got him, it was but her take on it makes more sense. And she doesn't even play the game. What does that tell you? That shows that people who don't even play the game see how fucked up it is. God, and it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. I did 2 state of plays and was debating on it, and my beautiful, wonderful fiance said, no, don't do that. Do a what the fuck episode, because that's what it deserves at this point. And she's right. Marvel's Avengers, what the fuck? You had every opportunity to see, well, we better not do what Anthem did. Better not screw the pooch on that one. We better not do this. We better not do that. They had all these other games to look at, and they did exactly what those games did and expected. You know, it's not really the definition of insanity, but, you know, the old adage, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. How could they not have seen this? Explain that to me. When you know other games just like this in its design did the same thing and failed miserably, lost tons of money, right? And you at Dynamics, man, you know, you just didn't care or look at that and go, hey, we better not do that. Somebody should have said, hey, man, we can't do that, what Anthem did or what that Battlefront did. We can't do that because look at what happened to them. And they did that. They did the exact thing. And they, I'm telling you that it is a crying damn shame because it should not have happened that way. And it makes me sad because this is a game that I was enjoy playing. That when you unlock all the skills for people, the combat gets real crazy and frenetic. I was disappointed in some things, like, you know, being shot off camera all the time, not having the time to respond or figure out where it's coming from, too much and they have slowly but improved. And again, they committed every fucking sin that a game can. They put it out long before it was ever fucking ready. That's been proven. Right? My buddy of mine, Richard, his save, he has to essentially, he can't even play the game. Some kind of glitch happened and he cannot progress. He can't get anything. And he essentially has to start over the whole game because something happened when he loads his characters up. They can't get, something is up with the leveling and something, he's literally locked. And it's a super uncommon, rare bug, but it happened to him. And he don't even feel like, let me restart the game and go back through that shit again? Yeah, no, fuck that, right? And I'm telling you, it's a shame because I just, there's so much about this game that I like, but I'm so disappointed in the fact that the guys over Dynamics they're not stupid. But I have to think they're fucking stupid. You did the arbitrary grind thing where you set the grind to be shitty to get minuscule rewards so that you work to get people to buy your premium currency. That's exactly what Battlefront 2 did. That's exactly what Anthem did, right? That's exactly what Destiny did in some ways. That's exactly what all these other fucking games that tried this shit do. And every fucking one of them failed. All of them. And you cannot be oblivious. If anybody working in Crystal Dynamics are gamers, somebody should have said, hey, we can't do what we're doing. This won't work. It won't work. People bought this game, played the story, and hung it up. That's exactly what happened. And they committed the same fucking sins. The only thing they didn't do was have loot boxes in the game. But then, you know, other than the treasure chests that you get, but they're not technically loot boxes. But the point is that they didn't do that because people are trying to shy away from that because of the whole gambling thing that's all been all in the news. And now EA's being fined and all this stuff. And they got to pay all this money. My point is, everything else they did. They fucked it up. And it's just unbelievable that nobody over there just didn't call it, hey guys, we can't do this. It's fucked if we do this. Our game will fail. We will lose money. Do you think anybody, what they should have done, and I know, you know, keep the single player as it is, right? But don't do the fucking stupid weird character, weird battle pass thing. Don't do the premium currency. Don't do any of that shit. Just put out heroes, right? And just put out as many as you can. You have the fucking license, which means you have access to 1,000 plus characters. And charge for the characters, right? Do just expansions. $10 expansion, and you'll get these 5 characters that are unlocked as you progress. Continue the story. Or don't do that, and just for multiplayer's sake, fuck it. Just put out each character and charge $2 for it, $3. Because people who really like get the license, oh wow, I can unlock, I can play Deadpool for $3, they would fucking eat it up. Punisher, they would eat it up. They would buy $3 is very small amount of money. Because most microtransactions are way more expensive than that, unless it's like little things. My point is, if people are going to pay $20 for a Fortnite skin, they're going to pay for a full character if you charge $3. You would have made a killing off that. Yeah, just a total killing. Kind of like Marvel Omega. The same that they closed it down, but they had so many characters. You know, go back and play Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's what they should have done and been like, let's do this. Let's do it like this, except modernize it. That would have been great. And you chose AIM of all people. AIM for fucking sakes. You had like, you know, I'm going to fight this robot that's green, he has gamma, and then I'm going to fight this white robot that looks identical. He's got frost, and then I'm going to fight this. You fight the samey shit. 2 villains, Taskmaster, great, and Abomination, great. Where are the fucking other villains? Thor? Why aren't we fighting Loki? Why aren't we fighting, Red Skull? Why aren't we fighting with the other characters? They're kind of staple. Iron Man, the Mandarin, or hell, the Iron Man. Anybody really? But no, it had to be fucking AIM and MODOK, weak ass fucking character. Weak ass boss fight too, by the way. I fucking waltzed through that with Thor. I was like, I'm 105 level, done deal on the story, and that was like one of the best missions of the whole game because you switch between each Avenger. It was so good at the end. But AIM, I mean, especially riding off off the success of the Infinity Saga. Thanos was the big baddie. You could have done that, but I know, I get it. You didn't want to do that because Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 did that. But you know what? Fuck you, Crystal Dynamics, for doing this to this game. So many superhero games that on the last consoles, the 360, PS3, just sucked. Outside of a couple, 2 or 3 here and there. Spider-Man was awesome on the PS4. Great game. Batman Arkham Knight. Except for little too much of the Batmobile, it's still a really good, well put together game and fun to play. I should know. I got everything for it for $10. I got like the Game of the Year or whatever. But the thing, you know, I can go back and play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 on the PS4, and it's amazing even now. And I can't believe how you fucked it up on this game, and it just hurts me, man. You know what? And the fact, and I can't get over this, that you know this. You see how the other games failed, lost a ton of money. They almost lost a fucking license on the Star Wars thing. They fucked up the live service shit so bad with their grind and all that stuff. Fuck you, man. Like, you had that opportunity to not do that and see that. There's no way anybody working over there did not see that. Hey, we can't do that, or said something, because if they just were that oblivious, fuck you, Crystal Dynamics. Let me, can I say this again? It just feels so good just rolling off my tongue because I haven't said it. Fuck you, because you screwed the pooch on this one. It's not cool. Everyone deserved better than this. And the fact that you just, oh God, you could have done, as I said before, anyone that's played Injustice 2 will own up to this. You could have done the Injustice fucking stuff where you could have had this really, really amazing, you know, like really, really cool cosmetic thing, you know, where, because like in that game, if I was playing Batman, I would get cool gauntlets and cool masks, but it all still fit the character, you know. So it was great. It was so really neat. There were so much different variations on that loot, and then some updates came and added some more, and it was excellent. And you could have just done that with this. You could have been like, you know, and I get where you're thinking, well, what am I going to do with, you know, Cap's shield? It's a round fucking shield. What are you going to do with it? I'll tell you what you can do with it. You could have variations on the color scheme. You could give them, you know, you could just do that. You could do like the shield before that they showed when he had just a silver shield, you know, nothing on it, like before they emblazoned it. You could have done so many cool things. You could have had this right here. You see a little curse here? This gauntlets could have been the loot. Oh, cool. Now I got these cool, like, armored gauntlets. You could have done all that. Instead, you know, you get, like, this guy, and then we go over to this guy. Oh, yeah. It's the same thing. Oh, he's white. Okay, yeah. Boring. Or this obsidian guy. Like, okay, that's kind of neat, except why didn't you color the shield gold and black and yellow, white to, I don't know. So this outfits, but you don't make the shield match. Idiots. And of course, this was a great outfit with the World War II stuff, but it's just, you know, but then you get into like, oh, Arctic Commander. I mean, he looks, that's ridiculous. He looks like a fucking NASA astronaut. Come on. You know, I've been using the Stark Tech one because it's the coolest one, because the ones that I want to actually get are like, with like the iconic one. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it here. I know it's on here. Classic. This right here. That's the one I want more than anything. But, you know, it says here that in order to get the classic, unlocking it, I go all the way through this hero card. And again, grinding. You know, Avengers, man, it was going to be great, you know. And it sucks because I generally do like the combat. The combat's fun, and they've done so many improvements to the game, and on that end, and that's great. You know, I love that, you know. They actually got those things that you just saw. Now, instead of having a little, your screen flash red, like you're about ready to, you're about ready to, you know, get hit. Now they show indicator, like real indicators. Oh shit, I better dodge because I'm about ready to get shot. Which that took forever for them to put it in the game in the first fucking place. And it's such a shame because the combat is a blast, and it's very empowering. I love doing the shield throw, kick throw thing, and all the different things you can do. Captain America is just badass in the game. Thor's great to use. Hulk's so much fun. They all feel good. And you got one thing right. You got the fucking story right. Well, good for fucking you for getting the story right, because that should have been a no-brainer to fucking begin with. You got the story right, which is fine. And you got a lot of the aesthetics right and the sound effects right. You did good on that. The music's fine. But you fucked it up on every fucking thing else fundamentally. And now there's like, your player base is gone. You're not getting any money coming in from those transactions that you just thought people would just pony up all this money for. Fuck you, because you fucked it up, and you know you fucked it up. And if you think for one fucking minute, with Cyberpunk right around the corner, right? New COD and all the different things coming out this year, do you think for a minute anybody's gonna come fucking back to your game? Fuck no, they're not. We were supposed to already had the BioWare big thing for Anthem. Yeah, that's fucking no word on that. Why? Why did you all do this? This was such a no-brainer game to make. And I just don't understand how they thought what they were doing would work when it hasn't worked for anybody else. Come on, fucking people. What the fuck? You know, not to paraphrase Mr. Cornett, but this game is a fucking outlaw mud show. It's bullshit. And it really fucking is. And if you think for 1 minute, if you like to make that bet, and you like to bet on the fact that this game is not going to get all those characters that they got data mined, that would be a good bet to make on mybookie.com. And that would be a good thing to do there, because it'd be a safe bet and you'd win a lot of money. But this is Marvel's Avengers, and it just pains me because out of the what the fucks I've made, besides the PlanetSide 2, which fucked that game, and Fallout 76, which kind of got better, and Battlefront 2 that took 2.5 years or 2 years to get better, and all this bullshit, and I'm just telling you, out of all the stuff that I'm most disappointed in, I mean just absolutely disappointed, I'm not even mad, I'm disappointed, is this game. This fucking game. This fucking game should be so good and keeping people playing, and we all know how it happened, and with the amount of bugs, and it's literally updated like 3 times in the last couple of weeks, or 3 weeks or whatever. It's literally constantly updating and fixing. If you go back and look through everything that they have fixed, it is a mile long, people. This game was not ready, but it got pushed out anyway. This game should have already had like the movie license, like Infinity War and all this stuff. They should have had outfits from the movie, not in the game. Should have had so much more. Doesn't have any of that, right? And it's a shame. It's a shame because I played it, you know, for a couple weeks. I was playing it and trying to get through the story. I was enjoying the story, unlocking the characters. Like I said, the last mission in the story was incredible. It was so much fun to play through it. But every fucking thing else, everything else was just like, why, man? I knew it was bad when I started seeing them putting things on hold. And then I knew it was bad when I got my Thor to 105 level, power level or whatever, and my level was like 35 or whatever, 32, 33. And it wouldn't let me play any of the missions because I assumed, like every other fucking game on the planet, that when the computer AI controlled characters would just be there to help you out, to scale or whatever the fuck they're doing, right? No. They use your actual characters, so I have to now, so I can't play as Thor at my high level until I level up everybody else, or at least 3 characters. You know how long that's going to take? That's days of playing. Fuck you. Fuck you, Crystal Dynamics, for just, you know, damn, man, it just sucks. I just don't know what to say, except that I'm not going to delete this game, obviously. But I'm telling you, we will be really lucky if Spider-Man is available in March. We'll be really lucky. And think about that. That's March. We gotta go through January, February. That's 60 plus days. And it's not the beginning of March. It's the end of March. So we gotta go like 3.5. We gotta get through December, and then January, and then February. I mean, come on. People are going to have their new systems for Christmas. They're not going to go back to the PS4 and the Xbox. They're going to play. They're not going to go back to this game. They're going to play the new shit that's out, and you know that. Or they're going to play their old shit that's better, but they're not coming back to this game. And since this game's not going to make any more money, the money's fucking gone. It's dried fucking up. Right? It's fucking bullshit. And no one's going to be buying any microtransactions, trying to buy anything. And Square's going to be like, pull the plug. Now, they ain't going to be so bold and blazing to turn the servers off, then fuck everybody, right? But then again, they might, just to save fucking face. And you think Crystal Dynamics is going to be entrusted to make any more fucking games anytime soon? Hell fucking no. They would not be surprised if you don't start hearing about either A, company layoffs next year, because they ain't going to be heartless and do it before Christmas. Or you're going to see where people just they'll distance themselves from this game and come back with a Tomb Raider or something that sells, and they'll try to forget this one. And that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you, I'm just telling you, we will be lucky to get anything for this game going forward. Anything. Especially since they're still fixing bugs and issues and save files and all the other shit. That's because the game is fucking broken. It's better, more stable, better combat, but we wanted characters. And I certainly don't want fucking 2 Hawkeyes. I want 1, not 2. Jeez. Well, this has been an episode of Marvel's Avengers. What the fuck? And that's sad that I actually had to make an episode, WTF episode on this game. That makes me very sad and disappointed. Please check us out on the Gaming Roundtable, People's Machine Gaming Roundtable on YouTube.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can write me at JimProfit275 at gmail.com. That is Jim Profit, Profit, JIM first, Jim Profit at JimProfit275 at gmail.com. Please check out Unpaid Gamers on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. And a real quick update. I missed out on a couple days on the Open World Week on the Gaming Roundtable. So I'm coming back with you for 2 additional days added to Open World Week. I'm going to do a video here shortly, and then in a couple more tomorrow, and we're going to try to finish this up. And I'm just adding a couple days because I missed a couple. Let's throw a couple more in there. And please check out, like I said, Unpaid Gamers. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out Post-Human Guy. He's playing the PS5 and all of its wonderful and beautiful glory. The new Spider-Man Miles Morales. And the game's looking phenomenal. And you'll see basically, what's in store for now and for the future. We got Van Loss over here, my man. He just, again, kicking ass, taking names on Apex Legends, doing his thing. I'm going to, like I said, adding a couple extra days of Open World Week. And coming up here soon on the Gaming Roundtable, talk a little bit about, I'm going to have some news about some things that's going on in the game industry as always, so you'll see like Evolve playing in the background, so I can just be hands-free talking. And also want to talk a little bit, I'm going to be showcasing some alternative sports titles. And what do I mean by alternative sports titles? I ain't talking about no soccer or football for your European people, or the NFL games, or the 2K gambling simulators. I'm not even I'm gonna be talking about the games, the sports games that a lot of people just kind of ignore. I'm going to be talking about like handball. Handball is a sport that I really enjoy watching at the Olympics, and actually on YouTube, there's a lot of stuff you can watch on that. It's like a cross between hockey, football, basketball. It's just a really interesting and exciting sport, and they make some games on it. So I want to talk about that and tennis games, and talking about that, and talking about just oddball, random sports titles, your bowling games, just things that are not what I call alternative sports, is because these are sports that are not completely 100%. People know what bowling is. People know what some of this stuff is, but it's not mainstream. Most people think football, basketball, that's what they think of, ice hockey. This is going to be games that from the alternative point of view, and I want to talk a little bit about that, because those are the sports titles I actually like. I like playing those unique and different games, and I think people will enjoy that, especially coming up. That's some games I'm going to be playing. I'm also going to be getting into some first-person shooters too. I want to showcase some of those, some of my favorites, and I think coming up too here, definitely before Christmas time and all that. Since I own all the Warhammer games, I want to do Warhammer Week. I'm going to do a week of Warhammer, people. I'm going to be showing you videos on the Warhammer games, and going to be showing you all the different awesome and wonderful games that encompass that. And they're not all strategy games either, you know. So that's going to be fun. I decided that Open World Week was fun to do. Let's do Warhammer Week. Kind of showcase some games that most people don't play, and maybe I'll spark your interest. You'll buy them, and you can join me on a lot of them because there's multiplayer. And like I said, again, thank you for tuning in. This has been Marvel's Avengers. What the fuck? It's so sad. It's so sad. Thank you for joining us here. Check us out on Unpaid Gamers. And as always, gamers, good gaming.